In the deep shadows of a quiet city alley, a seasoned criminal named Tiger aggressively corners his old partner. Tiger has a plan for a massive heist tonight, and he needs an expert. If his former partner refuses to join, Tiger promises to name him as an accomplice to the police, ensuring they both go down together. The man pinned against the wall is Rocky. He faces a choice with no easy exit. He can return to the life he left behind, or he can risk his freedom by trusting that his new, honest reputation can survive Tiger's lies. He is caught between the life he has built and a past that is demanding he return to his old ways. To understand how Rocky ended up in this alley, we have to look back. Before he was an honest man, Rocky was the neighborhood's most habitual petty thief. But people rarely stayed mad at him. He used comedy as a shield, making his victims laugh so they wouldn't call the police. He was good at stealing, but he was better at distracting people from the harm he was causing. One day, news spreads about a new pastor at the local church. The rumor is that he doesn't use fear to lead his congregation. Instead, he has a reputation for catching people with kindness. Rocky sees this as a challenge. Confident he can manipulate anyone, he decides to visit the church and see if this pastor's sincerity is just another act. His first attempt is simple. While the congregation prays, Rocky tries to lift the heavy donation box. Before he can even move it, the pastor is standing right there, calmly suggesting the box is too heavy for him to carry alone. Rocky plays it off as a joke and leaves, but he returns the next day. With a bolder plan, while the pastor is deep in prayer, Rocky reaches directly for the watch on the man's wrist. The pastor opens his eyes, perfectly still. He doesn't threaten Rocky with the police. He simply says that stealing time won't help, and that Jesus intends to change Rocky's life instead. Rocky tries to laugh, but for the first time, the joke feels hollow. He expected a confrontation, but receiving grace instead creates a friction he doesn't know how to handle. Desperate to prove he hasn't changed, Rocky plans one final heist during a crowded evening prayer meeting. He targets a golden cross sitting right on the altar. If he can steal this in a room full of people, he proves his old identity is still in control. He inches forward, his fingers inches from the gold, and the entire building is plunged into darkness. The power has failed. As the crowd begins to panic, Rocky feels a sudden, profound sense of isolation. In the quiet of his own mind, a gentle voice speaks to him. The voice doesn't judge him. It simply points out that he is exhausted from running, and that he isn't actually happy with the life he's leading. Standing in the dark, Rocky finally stops performing. He falls to his knees and, for the first time, admits he is broken and accepts the help the voice is offering. When the lights finally come back on, Rocky places the cross back on the altar. He looks the same as he did minutes ago, but he is now acting on a conviction he didn't have when he walked in. In the weeks that follow, Rocky's life shifts. He still uses his humor, but now he uses it to help the community he used to exploit. Which brings us back to that dark alley and Tiger's ultimatum. Rocky looks his old partner in the eye and refuses the job. He tells Tiger that if he wants to talk to the police, he should tell them the whole truth, that Rocky used to be a thief, but he isn't one anymore. Then he turns and walks away. The threat of blackmail relies on a fear of the past. Since Rocky is no longer hiding from his, Tiger has lost his leverage. The next morning, the heist goes wrong, and Tiger is apprehended by the police. As Tiger is led away, he sees Rocky in the crowd. When the police ask about accomplices, Tiger surprises everyone. He tells them Rocky had nothing to do with it, acknowledging that Rocky has actually changed. Tiger's decision wasn't a sudden change of heart, but a reaction to Rocky's lack of fear in the alley. Seeing someone willing to go to jail rather than lie made Tiger realize that Rocky's transformation was the only real thing in that alleyway. This shows two different ways people change. On the left, behavior managed by fear and rules creates temporary results. On the right, a change that starts with identity leads to a lasting shift in how someone lives. When a person experiences unconditional love, the effect spreads. It doesn't just change one man, it changes how he treats his neighbors, and eventually it